There's nothing quite as frustrating as lying in bed night after night, watching the clock tick closer to morning while sleep remains stubbornly out of reach. If you're over 60 and find yourself in this all too common struggle, I want you to know something important: it's not just you. And it's not hopeless. The solution might be simpler than you think, and it starts in your kitchen. As we age, our bodies undergo changes that can turn what used to be simple, restful nights into hours of tossing and turning. Our production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, naturally decreases. Many of us become more sensitive to caffeine or find that our old nighttime routines don't work like they used to. Medications, stress, or even slight dehydration can all conspire against our precious sleep. But here's the good news emerging from the latest research. Certain foods contain powerful natural compounds that can help compensate for these age-related changes. Let me introduce you to two of nature's most effective sleep aids, ordinary foods you probably already have at home that can make an extraordinary difference in your sleep quality. These aren't quick fixes or gimmicks, but scientifically backed solutions that work with your body's natural rhythms. First, let's talk about walnuts. These humble nuts are like tiny sleep factories. They're one of the few food sources that naturally contain melatonin, the very hormone your body produces to regulate sleep. A study published in the Journal of Pineal Research found that consuming walnuts increased blood levels of melatonin in participants. But that's not all. Walnuts are also rich in healthy fats that help stabilize blood sugar throughout the night, preventing those 3 a.m. wake-ups. They contain magnesium, a mineral that relaxes muscles and calms the nervous system. And they provide tryptophan, the amino acid precursor to both serotonin and melatonin. Here's how to make them most effective. About an hour before bed, take about a quarter cup of walnuts and soak them in warm water for 10 minutes. This makes them easier to digest and helps release their nutrients. Then enjoy them slowly, perhaps with a cup of caffeine-free herbal tea. The act of mindful eating itself can be relaxing, signaling to your body that it's time to wind down. Now, let's turn to an unexpected sleep champion, kiwi fruit. In a study from Taipei Medical University, participants who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime fell asleep 42% faster and slept more soundly throughout the night. Why does this fuzzy little fruit work so well? Kiwis are packed with serotonin, which your brain converts into melatonin. They're also rich in antioxidants and folate, deficiencies in which have been linked to sleep disturbances. The natural sugars in kiwi won't spike your blood sugar but provide just enough glucose to help tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier. For maximum benefit, try this. About 30 minutes before bed, slice a ripe kiwi in half and eat it with a spoon. The ritual itself becomes part of your wind-down routine. The slight sweetness satisfies evening cravings without the blood sugar rollercoaster that comes with processed sweets. Some people find combining it with a few almonds creates the perfect sleep-inducing snack. The healthy fats in the nuts help regulate the absorption of the kiwi's nutrients. What's fascinating is how these foods work on multiple levels. It's not just about their chemical components, but how they interact with your body's complex systems. The magnesium in these foods helps regulate neurotransmitters that calm brain activity. The tryptophan gets converted through a series of steps into serotonin and then melatonin. The healthy fats ensure steady energy throughout the night. It's nature's perfect sleep cocktail, working in harmony with your body rather than against it. But here's something crucial to understand: timing matters as much as what you eat. Your evening snack should come about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This gives your body time to begin digestion and start absorbing those important nutrients. But not so early that the effects wear off by the time you're ready to sleep. Portion control is key too. You want enough to be effective but not so much that your body is working hard to digest when it should be resting. As we continue, I'll share with you another remarkable food that's been used as a sleep aid for centuries across multiple cultures, one that might surprise you with its effectiveness. We'll also talk about common evening eating mistakes that could be sabotaging your sleep without you realizing it. Because here's the truth I've learned from countless sleep researchers and nutritionists: what you don't eat can be just as important as what you do eat when it comes to getting quality rest after 60. The secret to better sleep after 60 isn't found in expensive supplements or complicated routines. It's in the gentle power of foods that have been helping people sleep for generations. While we've already covered walnuts and kiwis' remarkable sleep benefits, There's another superstar waiting in your kitchen that might surprise you. Let me tell you about tart cherries, particularly tart cherry juice. This ruby red elixir has been shown in multiple studies to be one of the most effective natural sleep aids for older adults. Research from Louisiana State University found that drinking just 8 ounces of tart cherry juice twice daily helped older adults with insomnia gain nearly 90 extra minutes of sleep each night. What makes these cherries so special? They're one of the few natural food sources containing meaningful amounts of melatonin. But they also contain compounds that help reduce inflammation, a common but often overlooked cause of nighttime discomfort and restlessness. The best way to use tart cherry juice is to drink a small glass, about 4 to 6 ounces, about an hour before bed. Look for unsweetened varieties to avoid blood sugar spikes. Some people like to warm it slightly and add a pinch of cinnamon. The warmth makes it more soothing. And cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar. If you find the taste too tart, you can dilute it with a little warm water. Now, let's talk about a food combination that's been used as a sleep remedy across cultures for centuries: warm milk with a dash of turmeric. While warm milk alone contains tryptophan, adding turmeric creates a powerful anti-inflammatory drink that can ease the minor aches and pains that often keep seniors awake. The warmth is comforting, the calcium helps utilize tryptophan, and the turmeric contains curcumin, shown in studies to help regulate neurotransmitters involved in sleep regulation. Here's how to make the perfect sleep time golden milk. Warm a cup of milk, dairy or plant-based, until hot but not boiling. Add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, which helps activate the curcumin, and just a touch of honey if desired. The ritual of preparing and sipping this warm drink can become a powerful signal to your body that it's time to wind down. But it's not just about what you eat, it's also about when and how you eat it. Many of us make the mistake of eating dinner too late or too heavily. As we age, our digestion slows down, and a full stomach at bedtime can lead to discomfort and fragmented sleep. Aim to finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you need an evening snack, keep it small and choose foods that combine complex carbohydrates with a little protein. This combination has been shown to enhance tryptophan's journey to your brain. One perfect example is whole grain toast with a thin spread of almond butter. The complex carbs help shuttle tryptophan across the blood-brain barrier, while the healthy fats and protein in the almond butter provide sustained energy through the night. The crunch and chew can also be satisfying if you're someone who misses nighttime snacking. Interestingly, hydration plays a crucial role in sleep quality that many overlook. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, and we're more prone to nighttime dehydration, which can cause leg cramps, dry mouth, and sudden awakenings. But drinking too much liquid right before bed can mean disruptive bathroom trips. The solution? Strategic hydration throughout the day. Tapering off in the evening. Try drinking most of your fluids earlier in the day, with just small sips of water as needed in the 2 hours before bedtime. Some people find adding a pinch of high-quality sea salt to their water helps with hydration. The minerals help your body retain and properly use the water you drink. This can be especially helpful if you take medications that affect fluid balance. As we move forward, we'll explore some surprising foods and drinks that might be secretly sabotaging your sleep. Things you'd never suspect could be causing your restless nights. We'll also discuss how to combine these food strategies with simple lifestyle changes that can amplify their effects. Because when you understand both what to include and what to avoid in your evening routine, you create the perfect recipe for deep, restorative sleep, the kind that leaves you feeling refreshed and energized in the morning. Remember, these aren't quick fixes but sustainable practices. Your body may need a few nights to respond, but many people report noticeable differences within a week of consistently using these food strategies. The beautiful thing is that unlike sleeping pills, these natural solutions often provide additional health benefits beyond just better sleep, improved digestion, better hydration, reduced inflammation. It's about nourishing your whole body, not just chasing sleep. In our next segment, we'll uncover some hidden sleep disruptors lurking in your diet and how to time your meals for optimal sleep as you age. You might be surprised at how small adjustments to your evening routine can lead to big improvements in your sleep quality. Because after 60, you deserve nights of peaceful sleep and mornings filled with energy, and it all starts with what you put on your plate. As we've discovered, The path to better sleep after 60 is paved with delicious, natural foods that work in harmony with your body's changing needs. But here's the truth most people miss. What you don't eat in the evening can be just as important as what you do eat. Let me share with you some surprising sleep saboteurs that might be creeping into your evening routine without you realizing it. First, let's talk about that innocent-looking cup of decaf coffee after dinner. Many people switch to decaf thinking it's completely caffeine-free. But here's the reality. Decaf coffee still contains about 15 to 30% of the caffeine in regular coffee. For some sensitive individuals, especially as we age, even this small amount can delay sleep onset or reduce sleep quality. A study from Florida Atlantic University found that consuming caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime significantly disrupted sleep patterns in older adults. But caffeine isn't only in coffee. It hides in unexpected places like chocolate, especially dark chocolate. Some herbal teas labeled as relaxing, and even certain medications. Be particularly cautious with pain relievers. Some contain as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. Always check labels, and consider moving your last caffeinated beverage to at least 8 hours before bedtime for optimal sleep. Another stealthy sleep disruptor? Aged and fermented foods. While nutritious, foods like aged cheeses, soy sauce, and cured meats contain tyramine, an amino acid that stimulates brain activity and can keep you awake. They also tend to be high in sodium, which can lead to nighttime thirst and bathroom trips. If you love these foods, enjoy them earlier in the day rather than at dinner. Now, let's address a common misconception about alcohol. Many people believe a nightcap helps them sleep, but alcohol actually fragments sleep architecture. While it may help you fall asleep faster, it reduces crucial REM sleep and often causes awakenings in the second half of the night. As we age, our bodies metabolize alcohol less efficiently, making these effects more pronounced. If you do drink, limit it to one serving with dinner rather than right before bed. Here's something else you might not suspect. Raw vegetables in the evening. While vegetables are undoubtedly healthy, raw cruciferous veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts can cause gas and bloating that disrupts sleep. Their high fiber content takes longer to digest, which can lead to discomfort when lying down. Opt for cooked vegetables at dinner, which are easier on your digestive system. Now that we've covered what to avoid, let's talk about putting all these pieces together into a practical evening routine. Timing is everything when it comes to sleep nutrition. Here's an ideal schedule based on the latest research. 6 p.m. Finish dinner, balanced with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs. 8 p.m. Enjoy a small, sleep-supportive snack, like walnuts or kiwi. 8:30 p.m. Sip golden milk or tart cherry juice. 9 p.m. Begin winding down with dim lights and relaxing activities. 10 p.m. Lights out for optimal sleep cycle alignment. Remember, consistency is key. Your body thrives on routine. Especially as you age, try to eat your evening meals and snacks at roughly the same time each night to regulate your internal clock. The environment where you eat matters too. Create a calm pre-sleep atmosphere by dimming lights during your evening snack. Bright light suppresses melatonin production, so consider using amber-toned bulbs in the evening. Eat slowly and mindfully. This not only aids digestion but helps transition your nervous system into rest mode. Some people find keeping a simple sleep and food journal helpful for identifying what works best for their unique body. Note what you ate, when you ate it, and how you slept. Over time, patterns will emerge showing which foods give you your best sleep. As we conclude, I want to leave you with this encouraging thought. Small changes can yield big results. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start by adding 1 or 2 sleep-supportive foods to your evening routine, and removing one sleep disruptor. Gradual changes are more sustainable and let you observe what works best for your body. The gift of deep, restorative sleep is within your reach, and it can be as simple as choosing the right foods at the right times. Here's to your nights of peaceful sleep and your days filled with energy and joy. Sweet dreams. Would you like me to adjust any part of this to better fit your channel's style or audience preferences? I can modify the tone, length, or focus as needed.